everyone, welcome back to my channel, Ruffalo Reads. Today I have my October wrap-up. So I read 9 books this month, which is very on track for me. But it's weird because at the beginning of this month I had like the worst slump ever, and I don't even know if I've ever been in a reading slump. Like, it was just crazy. I don't know what it was or what caused it, but I was just not feeling it. But anyways, I did get through 9 books, so I'm going to go through all of those. And I want to first start by saying also that my tripod broke. So it is very much rigged up right now, and I'm sorry. I have to get a new one to make this not look like this. So if anything's off, that's probably why. All right, so let's start. I'm just going to go through them like from when I read them, you know, at the time. So the first book, I think I mentioned this in my last wrap up because I was just finishing it, is A Love Letter to Whiskey by Candy Steiner. This book was beautiful, heartbreaking. The ending, I was like, what? I was shocked. I definitely wasn't expecting how that all wrapped up, but Candy Steiner is really good with her older stuff anyway, like super angst. So this one was definitely that. This is like written very uniquely as well because it's like, it's only really from her perspective unless you read the special edition one, then you get both of their perspectives. But it's written like directed towards whiskey because that's what like she thinks of him as, like drinking like a warm that burns, like I don't know, I don't like whiskey, but it's very, you know, unique, and it's kind of it spans so much time, and it's one where they love each other, but it's like never the right timing. They're both in this book engaged to different people at one point, not at the same time, but it's just wild if you love angst and you love wrong place, wrong time. So if any of that sounds interesting to you, I think that this one is definitely worth the read. It's one of her more successful books, I feel. I mean, obviously her new series, like the whole sports romance series, is really popular as well. So she, you know, she has some really good books, and I really enjoyed that one. So, and I gave that 4 stars. Not a full 5 because I wasn't like head over heels, but I really did like it a lot. Next book that I read is Liar by Fiona Cole. This was like an uncle's best friend romance. It was age gap. It was really, it was okay. I gave it 3 stars. It wasn't like, you know, nothing that sticks out to me, and just some of the circumstances were a little corny and just things that would never happen in your life. I mean, I get it's a book, so there's that, but it wasn't anything that like I was like, yay, I need to read all of Fiona Cole's books now. Like, it wasn't that. This isn't a series too, so I don't know if like reading the other ones would make you feel more connected to this one, but if you want a taboo, age gap, uncle's best friend type of deal with some spice, there wasn't a lot of spice, I don't feel, here and there, but, and like a oh no, we might be caught kind of thing, then I would read this one. But I gave it 3 stars. It was just okay for me. So next one is a little sad. I did give it 3 stars, but like I said in my Goodreads review, it was a very generous 3 stars because there's not many positive feelings attributed to this book, and that is Lilac by B.B. Reed. This is my first and only ever B.B. Reed book, so, you know, I'm not gonna, you know, I'll give her a try, but this one was a rock star polyamorous romance, and I don't know, something is off for me with polyamorous romances. Like, they have to be done in a way that I enjoy for me to end up liking them, and this one was not. This was so long, like too long. There's just no reason that it needed to be that long, like seriously. And then I also put down that it was like 80% boring. So I feel like we were just like on the road talking about things. Like, it was never really like action packed, or like I didn't feel like, you know, oh my God about anything, or wanting them to like, I don't know, dude. It was just basically, it's just like not for me, which is really sad because I feel like most people that I follow and that I like enjoy their content liked this book, and you know, maybe it was just my mood, I don't know, but this one just was not for me. But if you like an extremely long polyamorous rock star romance with just guys that are so unlikable, then, you know, go for this one. Next is my baby, definitely the star of the month, and I cannot believe that I put off reading this for so long, and that is Birthday Girl by Penelope Douglas. Oh my god, you guys, I freaking love this book. Love it. I gave this 5 stars, of course. This is only my second Penelope Douglas. I also read Punk 57, which I gave 5 stars, but that was like a high school bully romance. So if I read it now, would I give it 5 stars? I don't know. But I really, really love Penelope Douglas's writing, and it's really hard to explain why for something like that. But with like those other books is like, you know, I don't know. I just don't get connected and want to like need to know and want them to be together. And like Penelope Douglas just writes so well that like you're invested, you want them to be together. So this is between our 2 characters, Jordan and Pike. He is her boyfriend's dad. There's no cheating with the main couple in here, but there is cheating. And you know, just the progression of everything, how they met at first and didn't know who the other one was. Then her and her boyfriend have to move in with his dad because he is struggling to like pay the bills and pay rent and hold down a job. He's like partying and drinking a lot. They're not really connecting lately. And she walks in and sees that it's Pike, this guy that she met out at a movie theater and connected with randomly, sees that it's him and is like, interesting. So their bond obviously grows because it's forced proximity, and it's just so good. It ended up being like touch her and you die, like she's mine type of vibes. And the dad and the son also have a relationship that is honorable. Like he wants his son to feel good about their relationship. So that is a big point of contention in this book. And I really enjoyed that because it's so believable. Like obviously you don't want to date your son's ex-girlfriend because your son already feels some type of animosity towards you, and you don't want that. You want a happy, healthy relationship. And, you know, and younger people do sometimes go through that whole like drinking, partying phase and not being the best partner and not being the best person in general. So I don't know, guys, this was amazing. I literally, like I said, cannot believe that I've put off reading this for so long. Please read it if you haven't. I'm sure you have, but I loved it. Next up, I read the 3rd book in the Off-Campus series by Elle Kennedy, The Score. This one was just like the other ones, so fun, so good. It's between Dean and Allie. He's another one of the hockey players. So the star of this book is Dean. Like, hands down, you love him. He's great. He's so good as a character. So Allie in this book is a bit annoying, but she's one of those girls that like falls in love easily and just with anybody, and ends up getting her heart broken at the beginning of this book. And she's kind of looking like she's been in this on and off again relationship with this guy for years, and it's finally come to the point where she's like, you know, no, I don't want to go running back to him. I need to have some rebound sex. So of course she ends up doing this with Dean, who's like a notorious playboy. And you know, they end up falling in love, and it's a really cute story. I really liked the kind of side character, like her ex-boyfriend ends up being like so psychotic, but in a very real, believable way. But yeah, that's definitely happened and happens. And you know, Allie's personal development or whatever, that was really nice to see. And it was really nice to see Dean too, obviously go from like this playboy to this guy that's like helplessly in love. So it was really cute. I'm loving this series. I just bought the next one, which is the Goal. So I have that one and then one more, and then I've read the whole series. So, and I know there's like a spin-off series or a sister series maybe, like of the Calloway sisters, right? I don't know. We'll see if I read those, but I'm really loving these so far because I don't necessarily read new adult very much. So, oh, and I gave this 4 stars, not a full 5, but it's very much on track with all the other ones in the series that I've read. So very good. Next up is a thriller, and that is Ashley Winstead's new novel, The Last Housewife. I loved this. I know some people love it, some people don't like it. I have not read her book, In My Dreams I Hold a Knife, but I need to, and I am. That is on, I don't think I actually ended up putting it on my November TBR, but it will be. I need to read it. I love her freaking writing. So I gave this one a 4.5 stars. It's incredible writing, like I said. But anyways, let's get into what it's about. So this one is from one female's perspective, which I actually ended up loving, because it's very much like a feminist type. Like there's a lot of that theme of speaking up for women and violence against women and what do we do about this. So it's involving like this weird women degrading, well, it's not weird. I mean, that's usually what cults are, like very women degrading, this weird cult, feminist ideas, like I said, and murder. There's an odd friendship that forms between kind of this married woman who is the perspective we're following, and then this old childhood friend of hers who's a podcaster. So there is podcast elements, which is really fun. Of course, I listened to this on audio. I love listening to thrillers on audio. Yeah, it's very much like, I don't know, hard to describe. Like, just, you can't put it down. So I guess propulsive maybe is the word, but like, I said in my review, like in the car, at home, literally doing at work, like I was listening to this book. I could not put it down, and I did not want to put it down. This probably, like this and Birthday Girl this month, yes, like wake me back up, get me back excited. So I highly recommend this. If you've read her other one, let me know, like, if you think they're similar or if you think I'll like the other one because of this. I'm a little scared because it seems like that one's a little bit more on the scarier side, maybe. But, yeah, I would highly recommend this. And, you know, I think that this is only her second novel, which is just crazy considering how excellent of, like, a writer she is and how she crafts her stories just beautifully. I really loved it. Next one is one that perplexes me to the fullest, and that is Wanting Mr. Kane. This has so many good reviews, and while I'll say right now I did not hate it, I did not love it. And guys, his name is Mr. Kane. Do I remember his first name? No. Her name is Candy with a K. The cute part of this is that he calls her Candy Cane. The fucking weird part of this is that he, like, knows her and has been with her and their family since she was a literal child, a young little child. And he's always kind of had this joke with her. He always, like, gives her candy and, like... So this is a dad's best friend romance, and it really took it there. Like, took it there. There were elements of this that I liked. I liked the vacation. I liked the, oh no, we're gonna get caught part. I did not like the fucking little menacing, like, type of female side. I fucking hate that shit. I think that it's so stupid, so overdone, and it's just, so the guy, Mr. Kane, is like this billionaire mogul. He is friends with Candy's dad because Candy's dad's a police officer and helped his mom and dad when they were shot or something, like something traumatic and crazy. So he is in Candy's life, her like entire life, like I said, like from a little child. He's really sweet with her. They have this bond. She has an overt crush on him. And he knows it. He starts dating this woman, and, you know, Candy obviously gets jealous. He's like, you know, I don't love her like I, you know, love you, and I can't ruin my relationship with this family because of us. Like, your dad will kill me kind of thing, which obviously makes sense. She is 18 when they start doing stuff. There's a little bit of BDSM elements into it. I did like their chemistry together, I'll say. But there were just certain moments that were, one, very cheesy lines, like so cheesy that it's like, are you serious right now? Did you really say that? And then like I said, the mustache twirling, like caricature of a villain, and the fact that it's a female, like that you were dating, and I don't know. I did not enjoy that aspect of it. So I gave this 3.5 stars. Like, there were elements of it that I absolutely loved, and there were elements of it that I absolutely hated. So I could not give it a 4 or higher. If you're intrigued by this, if you're intrigued by everybody else's reviews as well, pick it up. It's really quick. I listened to it on audio. And like I said, there were elements that I really did love. So that's all I have to say about that one, guys. So then we have the literal surprise of the year. I was on Audible, and they have some Audible originals which you can like listen to for free. And they had Repeat by Kylie Scott. I fucking love this romance. Like, fuck me up. right now. It's with a hot tattoo artist. It has the amnesia trope, which I love the amnesia trope. Yay, amnesia. It's set in Portland, Maine, so love that. There's like little snippets of that. Like I grew up in Maine. I lived in Portland for like a year, so I loved that absolutely. It was hate to love as well. So it's between a couple who were engaged. She got like attacked, violently attacked, and she has amnesia. He is kind of roped in by her sister, who's a cop, to help get her back on her feet and make sure she stays safe. Because obviously this vicious of an attack, somebody seems like they have it out to get her, which they do. And it's so sweet. Like, it's really cute having her being like, I don't know what you're talking about. Like, I don't know why you're mad at me. I don't know why me saying this thing is making you mad. I just know that you're hot and that I want you to be happy. And like, it's just the way she says things, because she has amnesia. She's like a completely different person from that person. Like, she refers to herself from back then. She's like, I don't know who she is, but I like to do things like this. And it's just, oh my God, guys, please, if it's available, especially if you have Audible and it's free, please read it. It's so good. It's only a 6-hour, well, closer to 7-hour audiobook, so it's really good. The guy's name was Ed, and that's probably the only thing I didn't like. It's just a little weird, but you know, he's like a hot tattoo artist, and he did tattoos on her, and he has, like, she asked him to do another one on her as well in this. So, oh my God, guys, it's so freaking cute. I absolutely loved it. And it comes to a point in the book where she actually has to stay with him because her sister's like, you know, I'm gone too much. I can't keep my eyes on you enough. Like, I asked him if he would take you in and help get you back into society safely, and he agreed, so this is what's best for you. And it's like, she's a little bit like animosity about that because she doesn't want to feel like a burden to him, but meanwhile he acts like he's upset about it, but he loves it and he loves her. And so good. So good. There's not like a ton of spice in this, but I feel like we didn't need a ton of spice, and when we got it, it was good. It's fine. But yeah, I really hope that somebody reads this because it's so good. It has a good amount of ratings. It has 13,000 something ratings, and it's at a 4.09. Like, it's freaking good. Anyways, I'll shut up. The last book I want to talk about for this month, I am finishing today. I'm like 60 or so % through, and it's another thriller, and it's called The Dream Daughter. So I was actually on my Libby app, and this one didn't even have a hold. So I was like, okay, I'm in a thriller mood, get it. And I haven't been able to put this down. It's like a time traveling, it's supposedly a thriller, but we haven't gotten to the thrilling part yet, so I'm unsure. But this woman was from the 1970s. Her baby has a really bad heart defect. Like, the baby will die unless she gets this surgery that's not invented yet. So her brother-in-law is a time traveler from the future, and he's like, listen, I know this sounds crazy, but, and you know, they work through that whole thing. So I'm to the point where she's time traveled and things are going awry. Nothing thrilling has happened yet, so I'll see how it goes. But so far, this is reading really good. Like, it's good writing and it's engaging. Like, if that interests you. Time travel is not something that I like necessarily love in books, but this is done really well and fun so far, so we'll see how I end up feeling. But I do hope to finish this like today because it's literally the 31st. Yeah, that's all I have, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and until next time, bye guys.